Hello students, today we are going to discuss a chapter on winding up of companies. To start with, what do we mean by winding up of company? Winding up is a process by which the operations of the company are brought to an end. Yes, it's the process where the assets of the company are realized and its debts and liabilities are paid off, and lastly, surplus, if there is any, is distributed amongst the members. So winding up is a process, and the end result of the winding up process is dissolution. In other words, winding up precedes dissolution. Section 2, Clause 94A of the Companies Act specifies that winding up means winding up under this act, that's the Companies Act 2013, or liquidation under the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016 as applicable. So, Section 2 has made it clear that winding up can be, number 1, under the provisions of Companies Act, number 2, under the provisions of Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. Now let us start with the first one, that is under the provisions of Companies Act. Under the provisions of Companies Act, Section 271 specifies the grounds or the circumstances under which the tribunal may order for winding up of the company. And Section 272 specifies the parties who can file a petition for winding up. And Section 273 elaborates the powers of tribunal on receipt of petition. So this was a brief regarding winding up under the provisions of Companies Act. Please be clear that in today's lecture I am not elaborating various provisions, rather I am giving you a bird's eye view of the entire chapter. So what have we discussed so far? Yes, we discussed the meaning of term winding up and how is this term different from dissolution, and we have discussed briefly the winding up under the provisions of Companies Act. Now let us refer to second mode of winding up. Yes, you rightly recall, under provisions of Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. And please note that under the provisions of Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, there is further bifurcation. And bifurcation is in this manner. 1, when there is a default by the company in payment of debts. And number 2, when there is no such default and the company is solvent. Let me talk of the first situation under the provisions of IBC only. That is when there is a default by the company in payment of debts. So, at the outset, let me make it clear that Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code is a code to arrive at resolution plan rather than going for winding up straight away. Here the intention of the law is to resolve the issues at hand and to reach a resolution plan with certain haircuts to be borne by different parties. And in this process, only under certain circumstances, the NCLT shall order for liquidation of the company. So this process under Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code starts with application by operational creditor or financial creditor or the company itself, that's the corporate debtor, and the application is made to adjudicating authority, that is NCLT, and NCLT either accepts or rejects the application, and on acceptance, interim resolution professional takes charge and rest of the process to arrive at resolution plan takes place, and only under certain situations order for liquidation shall be passed. So this is a brief regarding a situation when there is a default in payment of debts by the company. So as I told you that under the provisions of Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, there are two situations. First we have already discussed. Yes, that was when there is a default by the company in payment of debts. And second situation is under section 59 of the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, when there is no default and the company is solvent, and here the company shall have to file a declaration of solvency to resort to voluntary winding up under section 59 of Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. And here this process has to be in accordance with regulations of IBBI. What does it stand for? Yes, IBBI stands for Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. So, let me recapitulate. Yes. What have we discussed? We started with the meaning of winding up and how is term winding up different from dissolution, and then we refer to modes of winding up, and there we saw that company can be wound up, number 1, under the provisions of Companies Act, and number 2, under the provisions of Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. And under the provisions of Companies Act, the relevant sections, yes, section 271, it provides for circumstances or grounds on which the tribunal may order for winding up. And under Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, when there is a default in payment of debts, the process is followed for having resolution plan, while in certain peculiar circumstances, liquidation is ordered by NCLT. And another was, yes, voluntary winding up, when the company is solvent, and yet it starts with declaration of solvency. See you in next lecture, elaborating various provisions under this chapter. Bye till then. So I have given you the framework. Be clear about the framework and read the chapter for yourself. And in following lecture, I'll elaborate. Thank you. Have a nice day.